It says every pump is individually tested to flow at its rated capacity at 40 psi. Bro, I run my fuel pump at 72 psi. 40 psi is low for me, bruh. Yep, what's good everybody? Today, I'm getting into my fuel system again because my fuel pump went out. Now, I should preference this by saying most people should not do this unless you want like maximum fuel. You should not do this because it will void your warranty because you do have to cut into the wiring harness. I blew up this car with 7,000 miles on the odometer. So for me, I mean, I'm on my second motor already. When you do supercharge, even the turbocharged, if you want to get as much fuel as possible, you want to upgrade your fuel pump. Really, you want to upgrade your low and your high pressure fuel pump. However, with our high pressure fuel pumps, there's not really many upgrades to it. So this one actually isn't even for a Mazda. This is for an Acura A-Spec. We were trying to get it working to see if it was compatible. Now, it still might be compatible. It could have been that I just didn't plug it in the right way. The last time I tried, I could have had the polarities reversed or whatever you want to call it. So I may give it another shot. I may see if it works in my Mazda, see how well it works compared to last time, because last time I let it run like 3 seconds. I heard some squeaking and I turned it off because I figured it was broken. It may not be broken, but it also may be that this piston is just too big and it was actually like hitting something or puncturing something, and I didn't want to risk that either. So a lot of people ask why I keep messing with my fuel system. Why not just go with what everybody runs, which is one of these Lexus or Toyota fuel pumps from the LC500. I was running them for a while. It wasn't keeping up, if I'm being honest. I was doing pulls, and mind you, I run gauges for everything. I can see when my pressure is dropping like immediately. With these Lexus pumps that most of the supercharged and modified turbocharged Mazdas run, and if you're on a third gen, you're probably running like a Fab 9 pump, or shout out my boy Curtis, he's running one of these, and he's been running it for a while, and it's been running fine. The difference between his and mine is the Gen 3 was wired to accept this little 2-prong thing. All right, this is the stock wiring harness that I've cut off because I had to make my DW pump work. If I pull this out and we just kind of compare, you can see completely different plug connections. So this is what's compatible with the Gen 4 Mazdas, unless you want to do what I'm about to show y'all in this video. I like to kind of test the waters and see what works and what doesn't. So far, it's been working fine. This works, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly why these pumps keep filling in my car, but these are pushing more fuel than these are. I will tell you that. I wouldn't still be running this if the Lexus pump was better. But that's just me. Now, is it more prone to failure? I think that has to do with how I wired it up. Like maybe instead of, I don't know what I'm running now. I think I'm running like I could be running this 16 because I'm looking at this and this is a 16 gauge. Now I don't think I'm running a 16. I think I'm running like a 12 gauge wire. However, the point of the video is to get my fuel system going and then install this pump. Regardless if my DW pump is actually bad or not, because it could have been an O-ring that snapped. It could be a wire that's fried or frayed or loose or something like that. This AEM pump is going in. All right, so I'm gonna walk y'all through how I've set up my modified fuel system on my 4th gen Mazda. And yeah, let's get into it. I wanna just break down what I mean whenever I say these Lexus pumps don't hold enough pressure for me. So if you do a pull and you hold the gas, you're probably not gonna notice because I feel like most people don't run fuel pressure gauges. Most people don't run as many gauges as I'm running, period. However, if you do a pull and you sit on the gas, yeah, you're gonna see a significant drop in fuel pressure at the end of that pull. And that's exactly what was happening with this Lexus pump. I was seeing it sit at like 65, 68. It wasn't even really hitting 70. It would hit 70 on a cold start, and after a short stint, it would drop down to about 68 PSI. If you do any pulls or anything like that, by the time you're done with your pulls and you make it back home, it'll probably be sitting at about 50 PSI. For me, that's no bueno. Sure, it can drive, it'll get you home. Don't try to go racing with 50 PSI on your fuel pressure. I swapped to this DW, and this DW was holding a steady 70 PSI. I mean, forever, I would say. So I swapped to this DW pump after I was watching the pressure drop on the Lexus pump. And of course, you know, my tuner was like, I mean, there's really nothing we can do. We're fuel limited. You know, we don't have very many pumps to run. This is really the only alternative to the stock pump, which is right here, unless you do something like this. So like I said, you do have to cut your stock wiring off if you want to do this mod. There's no way around. One more thing, you're going to need, or I guess you don't need, I'm sure this comes with them. I didn't even unbox this yet, bruh. Professional yapper over here, bruh. Here go the pump. Fuel filter, okay. O-rings, that's cool. No, this is gonna be super simple. All right, so if I compare this AEM pump to the one that I currently have, this Dershworks right here, pretty much the same exact size. So this should be a drop-in, it should be an easy swap, and I shouldn't really have any issues with anything. Even the bottom is identical. Last but not least, you're gonna need one of these. This is the tool to open the fuel tank, or to get the fuel tank pump assembly out of the fuel tank, I should say. I got it on Amazon. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I'll put the link in the description if I can find it. That is ass, bruh. Boo boo. If your battery's in the front, disconnect it from the front. Mine's in the back, so I'm gonna just disconnect my negatives and then we're gonna go from there. All right, so once you got your battery disconnected, we're gonna come in here, and in order to take this seat off, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera. That orange clip right there, you see that little black thing connected? You gotta press that in and that'll disconnect the bottom of the seat. And then you can take your seat out. So once you got the seat out, you should have 4 screws right here. Let me get a screwdriver. I didn't even realize you're gonna need a screwdriver for this, of course. Now that we got this off, I can kind of explain what I got going on here. So this is my new fuel pump wire. This harness right here. I need to take this off. Probably need to go get some shop towels because I already know there's gonna be gas. It's hard to see. Let me zoom in. All right, so we have this one right here. This is for a 4th gen Mazda specifically. All right, we have this yellow wire right here that I just kind of taped off to just kind of cap so it's not, you know, it don't run into nothing. And then the same one that was connected to, this is our hot wire. So this would originally be powered by the fuel pump fuse and the fuse box in the front. But of course I'm powering it direct from the battery. So we got that going here, and it goes into our fuse that we have in the rear. And then we also have our black cable right here that's coming off of the fuse box, is coming off the same one. And then we got our trigger wire right here that leads to this green wire right here, and it runs up right here, and then it goes, you know, it goes back through. That's how I made it work. Now, where it gets interesting is once I get in the tank. If I didn't explain this wire already, this is for the factory ground. I wanted to connect it just in case it still powered something, if that makes sense. Like for your fuel level sensor or something like that. What sucks about this is that I filled up my tank right before I made my drive home. I've still got like over 3/4 of a tank of gas left in here. So like, damn, I already know it's gonna stink. I'm holding this in my hand because I don't want to get gas everywhere, but I mean, if you want to put it down, by all means, go ahead. I've done this enough times to where I can do this. All right, it don't take me that long. Oh, damn. Shit, no way. Bro, how much gas is in here? It looks like it's overflowing. I might have to let the garage up right now, so, because it's about to get real smelly in here. I already smell like gas, dang. Oh shit. Oh my goodness, bro. I have a full fucking tank of gas. Oh my goodness, y'all. Dang. I feel like I drove way more than that, but it is what it is. I can't even pour nothing out. Oh my goodness. Take it all with you. Don't even worry about it. Be right back. So, good thing about this for y'all is that I've done this enough times to where I can just run through it. All right. First thing you want to do is this little clip right here that holds this spring in. Get some pliers, yank that john off. All right. Don't lose that. After that, slide that side out. Come back over here. Oh, I guess I could disconnect the plug. Yeah, there we go. And I should do that. All right, boom, got that off. All right, so what I'm gonna do, take this, snip that off because I'm starting over. See if we can slide the whole thing out. Yeah. There we go. Whole thing is out. All right. So this is my O, and that's what it was. I knew it. So the pump is fine, guys. The pump is fine. This O-ring failed. I knew it. So I have to figure out why my O-rings keep failing. I don't even feel like I should replace the pump. I mean, I guess it would be cool because I got the pump to put this in, but I don't. Bro, I swear if I put this pump back in and it works fine. I mean, that's what I bought this pack of O-rings for, I guess, because I knew these O-rings were gonna fail. Why does it keep failing though, yo? Whatever, man. Just swap the O-ring, put the pump back in. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This pump's been working fine. It's gonna keep working fine. I think I know what I need to do, and I can do it. I'll break down what happened with this spare one that I have right here. Basically what happened was I'm running 2 O-rings, right? And I had the spacer. I moved the spacer. I'm gonna try a different approach. But basically, the top O-ring collapsed onto the bottom O-ring. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm still trying to figure that out. But the top O-ring collapsed onto the bottom O-ring. Then after collapsing, I guess it split on itself, and that's why I don't have any fuel now. Yeah, you lose an O-ring, you lose fuel pressure. I really need to figure that out. I'm not sure why these O-rings keep failing, but they do. Which is why I bought a pack of them, because I never know when I'm gonna lose an O-ring. 340 at 40 PSI, bro, I really wanna run it though. I really wanna run it. Just to break this down real quick, how I did my wiring for the DW pump, cut all 3 of the wires off, you solder them together, and then you connect your black to your negative, connect the other 3 to your positive, and then you'll be able to power pretty much any 2-wire fuel pump that you want to run. Looking at it now, I think I might put the AEM pump in because I got it out. I'm probably going to put it in just to see if it runs, and if it does, I'll probably leave it in just to see the performance compared to the DW pump. But that doesn't mean these DW pumps are trash. These DW pumps have been running extremely well, both of them. So I have 2 and I keep a spare in my trunk, but I bought this AEM because I assumed that it was my pump that's been giving me the issues. When in reality, I'm still having the same O-ring issue that I was having to begin with. Now that that's unplugged, I can show y'all better up close exactly how I did this. All right, so I took the stock fuel pump connector, took it, I cut all 3 of those wires off, the pink, blue, and the yellow, and then I soldered them together and I connected them to the red. And then the black negative wire, I just connected to the black that's connected to this. That's simple. I really could have just checked to see if it was this O-ring that was the issue, and then if it wasn't the O-ring, I could have put my spare DW pump in and then ordered this AEM pump. Damn, spent $150 for nothing. So I know it mounts up, it's the same plug, literally, you know. So I'll take that O-ring and I'll slide that down. Also, I'll take this OEM spacer, keep the OEM spacer. The OEM spacer is important. Now, honestly, because I'm having issues with these O-rings, I might 3D print a new spacer with some kind of like lip. They keep collapsing and falling over the spacer and causing me to lose fuel pressure, which sucks because that should be so random. Like, maybe this is a better approach. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe that's a better approach. All right. They run the same exact filter. I'll probably run the AEM filter because they gave it to me. The filter's pretty clean. Like I said, these are brand new pumps. And then it goes down. All the way down. Push that on, just like that. This little silver little star piece came in here. Somebody let me know. But I don't understand what the silver little, like the little silver star is for. I'm pretty sure it's to lock the filter in place. But again, I could be wrong. Well, I lost it. It's on the floor, so I'm not running it. It is what it is. And there. we go. It just needed a little love, a little push. Give it a little and we're good. Yeah, now it's in there. Yeah, that's in there. That's in there, dog. That's in there. And the good part about that is I can put my zip ties in a different place. Zip ties, you say, yeah, zip ties work fine. Zip ties work just as good as metal, as long as they're nylon. Nylon and metal in the gas tank are no issue. If you get metal clamps, you don't have to keep on replacing your zip ties. I don't care that much. I keep zip ties. Zip ties are cheap. It don't matter that much. Find all your anchor points and then just kind of tighten them as you go. All right. And there we are. That's in there. That's not going anywhere, even if it wanted to. Looking in there, that ain't too dirty. Put this in, and that's that. Plug that in. All right, let's put this back in. If it don't work, we'll just pull it back out and then I'll put one of the DW pumps back in. The point of this video is to see if the AM will fit. So it looks like it fits so far. Plugs in nice. We'll go see what pressure is looking like. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Will the tank close with this AEM pump? And the tank will close. Throw this back on. Yo, you keep dropping gas, bro. You gotta chill, yo. You making a mess. There we go. There we go. And that's locked in, just like that. Plug that gas line back in. All right, plug that back in. We should be good to go. I should be able to plug this in as well. All right, last step, fire up the car, see the fuel pressure. We don't even have to fire up the car to see the fuel pressure. I can just kind of look and glance and see if this pump works or not. Oh, almost forgot. I gotta put this piece back on. Push everything down and act like we were never here. But I don't wanna do that until I confirm that everything works. And we're good. Yes, Sarsky. So the AM fuel pump does work fine, just like the DW. Yeah, I'm gonna probably run this AM fuel pump for a little bit, probably a lot of it, until another O-ring fails or until it fails, or just until I decide to swap it out because it's in there and I don't like getting in the fuel tank if I don't have to get in the fuel tank. I've had this O-ring problem multiple times and it sucks that I have to keep on going in the tank to fix it. I haven't figured out what it is, but it's driving me crazy because it's one of those things that kind of makes you panic once you see that your pressure's at a certain level when it shouldn't be at that level. It should be a lot higher than that. And then you get it home and it dies. And then, I don't know, but I guess at this point, I should kind of realize it's probably gonna be an O-ring before there's a fuel pump. Now I've got 2 spare fuel pumps. That's a good thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta go get some water for our water dispenser. Let me crank the car up because I still need to test out that this throttle body is working fine. Nothing's wrong. And then on top of that, I still want to put that high pressure fuel pump in and see how it does. Probably not gonna do it in this video. It'll probably be another video. I'm gonna probably wrap this video up because the garage smells right now, bruh. I'm upset I had to do that. But the garage smells like gasoline. It's giving me a headache. Oh my goodness, bro. It still smells like gas in here. 2 hours later, I tried to let it air out and it still smells, but it's cool. All right. I get it. Start it up. I still can't get over this diffuser. This shit is nice. and it's still not done. But I had to fix the fuel pump first before I got back into doing anything like cosmetic wise. That pump is loud, bruh. That one has a slight whistle to it. I don't know if I necessarily like that one. The little leaguers are out right now. I guess there's a baseball game. I just drove through the parking lot because it was the quickest way to get to the street. And one of the kids, he was going to his game and he did like a double take to see my car. Every time I see a kid kind of smile or whatever, or do like a good feeling. Yo, can y'all hear the fuel pump? Like, I'm not gonna hold you. That fuel pump kind of loud, bruh. That joint kind of loud. Yo, I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. This fuel pump is whistling. The DW pump don't whistle like that. Like, I hear it ticking, but I don't hear it whistling. This one is ticking and whistling. That's different. That's new. Maybe it's the way it flows, but I don't know. It's interesting. Whenever I put the seat back on, if it's still whistling like that, I'm probably going back to the DW because I don't really like that. Yeah, fuel pressure is fine, bro. This pump is fine. Yeah, this AM pump, I mean, so far, so good. I don't want to jinx anything, knock on wood. I'm gonna leave the car running, actually. Let's start with that one. All right, let's get this last one going real quick. While that one going. Almost burnt my leg off on my exhaust. Holy crap. F1. And while that one's going, I guess I'm gonna just wrap the video right here, y'all. So yeah, the AM fuel pump that I installed is going fine. It's working fine. No issues so far. It is a little bit louder than the Dershworks that I had. I'm gonna still keep the Dershworks in my trunk as a spare because the Dershworks was running great. Ain't no reason to switch it up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The issue that I have been having, and I'm still having, apparently, is with the O-rings. And the O-rings are collapsing on each other, and that's causing all kinds of issues whenever it comes to fuel pressure. So, yeah. Other than that, though, the fuel pump is fine. The throttle body, the board throttle body that I put in is fine. Yeah, man, it's all fine. Everything's good now. We didn't go on like any hard pulls yet, so if I do any hard pulls and this pump starts giving me any issues, I'll be sure to update y'all later, but I don't really have much else to say. That's gonna be the end of this video. With that, be sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Other than that, I'm out.